Let's go on a Maui adventure where an award-winning photo unfolds in our Airbnb backyard. From platypods to intervalometers, discover how simple tools and a touch of creativity turned a sunset into a masterpiece. So in this episode, we're going to talk about an image that we took when we were in Maui about a year and a half ago. I was super excited about this one because it won a Flashmasters award. Check out the link in the description for more from Flashmasters, including the award-winning photos, but it's really, really incredible. We were staying at this Airbnb in a condominium, and it had this incredible park, big green space right on the ocean, which was perfect for the kids because they could run around and they could have a lot of fun in the pool. And it was a really nice break from winter in Wisconsin. So we waited for a time in the evening when the sun was just starting to set and kind of targeted that time between sunset and blue hour. I set up an 8200, which is kind of a small flash, on a platypod so that I could get it really low in order to backlight us. And this is probably a good time to talk about platypods. So I have one right here, right there, okay? It looks like a simple piece of aluminum, but it's like a portable compact tripod. They can go anywhere. In fact, it's actually probably a lot better than tripods. I keep one in my bag. I use it for almost all my landscape shots, and I use it for a lot of lighting things too. The other essential component here was the intervalometer. It's basically like an automatic timer in your camera, and pretty much every camera has one. You select how many shots you want to take and the duration between each photo. So in most cases, I use about a second between shots. Occasionally, we have to do this a couple of times to get what we want, and I take about 50 to 100 shots each time. Seems like a lot, but the reality is you don't get a lot of keepers when you're not looking through the viewfinder, when you're just taking it sort of blindly, so it's important. Lastly, I use back button focus. You can also do this by changing your lens focusing to manual, but back button works for me. So when I take my finger off of the back button, then it locks focus. So I had Alicia jump in the frame, I locked focus on her, and then I hopped in myself. One final consideration to keep in mind when using the intervalometer, especially when you're taking a lot of shots sequentially, is flash power. So in this case, we wanted a low flash power to get a low flash recycle time. Because if I was going to take 50 to 100 shots, I need that flash to fire every single time, okay? So just one other, kind of consideration. In this case, probably the most difficult aspect was watching the kids while we did all this. We tried to keep them behind the tripod and towards the Airbnb so they wouldn't get in the frame, and also stay away from the ocean. And since we were in this big park, we just gave them some glow sticks, said, run around, have fun, don't fight each other. And we took like 5 or 10 minutes that we needed to set up and snap this series of photos. I probably took probably like 300 or 400 photos and then picked the one that I wanted. So overall, pretty simple photo using a couple of tricks. Backflash was perfect for this because it's so forgiving. It looks really impressive, but it's easy to do. So comment below if you used your intervalometer in other creative ways. And then make sure to like and subscribe so you can see the rest of the videos in this series.